Hey guys, this is Bezel Graphics and thanks for purchasing Clean Bright Logo. Today we'll go over how to implement your logo and adjust settings using the effects control, so let's get started. So first, of course, you'll want to go ahead and pull up the After Effects project file. Just double click and it'll pull up looking just like this. First thing we're going to do is, implement your logo. So just find out which logo you'd like to use. I'm going to use this logo for the tutorial. Go to the logo placeholder tab here at the bottom. Of course, just drag and drop your logo into the project panel and then drag and drop that down into your timeline. Go ahead and hide the reference logo. And from here you can scale it up or down. Hit S on the keyboard to do that. Just scale it down a bit. To go ahead and extrude the logo, we're going to the next tab, which is going to be Logo E3D. To do this, you'll follow these 3 steps, but I'll walk you through it here as well. So first we'll turn on the logo trace layer. Select logo trace and hit M as in mom on the keyboard so that you can see all the masks. And then I'll want you to go ahead and highlight all of those masks and delete them. I just hit the delete key to do that. Coming up to layer, you're going to go down to auto trace. Make sure apply to new layer is not selected. Click OK. And then you'll go ahead and hide the logo trace layer again. Then click on the E3D layer, and in the effect control panel here, click on scene setup. Once you do, you'll be able to see that this is nice in 3D. You'll click on OK. And then you have your logo. Moving on to the text, to go ahead and change out the text, you can either double click on this or select the horizontal type tool and highlight the text. I'm going to type in Bezel Graphics. And from here you can use whatever font you like. I'm going to keep it with this font, but let's go with medium on that. Make sure it's centered. And then next you'll move over to the main composition. And this is where you're going to be able to make adjustments to the placement of the logo, the size, and everything else. So using the scene effects controls layer here at the bottom in your timeline, you'll be able to go ahead and move the logo position, which is actually going to move both the logo and the reflection position. It'll spread them apart from each other. So we'll just go ahead and move that up a bit. Now, if it gets to a point to where you like where your logo is, but you want your reflection to be a little bit lower, you can go down to reflection position and move that independently. If you come in and find that the size of your logo is a bit too small, go ahead and go to logo size, and you can use this to scale your logo up a bit. Put mine at around 11. That looks good. So next is going over the reflection. If you want the reflection to be a little darker or a bit more opaque, just go to reflection opacity, and you can make adjustments to that from here. And right now we don't need to use this, but if you end up having your reflection a bit lower on the screen, you might notice that the reflection's a bit cut off from the floor texture here. So you'll just go to floor position and move that up or down until it covers your logo. Next, you can make a change to your text position. If you find it's not exactly centered there, you can just move it over to the left, right, up, or down. Then you can make changes to your particle color. Right now the particles are black. I'll go ahead and change these to red. And for the flare, that's going to be this flare right here that you're going to have some power to change the color here. We'll just make that a light blue. Lastly, this is optional, but there is a curves available on here too. You can use this to punch up the color of the overall scene. This will just make it a little dark if you bring it down. But once you go ahead and get all that squared away, adjust it just the way you want, you're done. So at this point, to finish things up, you'll just come up to composition, pre-render, and then just go ahead and select your settings for the video you'd like to render out. I normally do, for the format, H.264. And don't forget, if you have audio included with yours, click the audio output button here and click OK. Save it where you want it to go, hit render, and you're done. So if you need any help on this from me, just let me know. You can get in contact with me via Video Hive. But I want to thank you again for tuning into this tutorial, and I hope you have a great rest of